But y'all, I'm so excited to be here because today I have the blessing to talk to you about building confidence. What makes the difference between those days where we doubt everything about ourselves and those days where you're on fire. And why we are talking about this today is because I think I can make an assumption for everyone in this room. We all want to be our best. But I don't know if you felt it. There's a lot of things that at times can stand in the way of us actually doing that. Economic uncertainty, how fast things are changing, us setting a goal, saying we want to do this thing, and then unexpected challenges get thrown in our way that act as a derailment in the pursuit of becoming our best self. It's as if you're traveling, going through security, and you get flagged for secondary for no reason at all. Has this ever happened to anyone here before? Okay, about 30% of the room, that's sketchy. This has happened to me twice in my life. The first time is the story of how I almost went to prison. Years ago, I was traveling through security and my bag gets pulled. Now, this had happened before. I wasn't really nervous. I go to the officer and he says, "Sir, before I start, do you have anything to declare? Any liquids?" I go, "Sir, no." He reaches in and he pulls out a full unopened water bottle and says, "You're lying to me." I go, "Sir, I was at a conference sort of like here at Dave Excellence, and my bag, friends, colleagues were putting things in, taking things out. I didn't know. I apologize." He opens the water bottle, pours it out in front of me while making eye contact. The psychological warfare has begun. He says, "Sir, do you have anything else in your pack that I should be aware of? Anything sharp?" I go, "Sir, of course not. Why would I bring something sharp to TSA?" He reaches in and he pulls out an industrial-sized pair of scissors, but they were split so they looked like two switchblades. And he says, "You're lying to me again." And now he's visibly angry, and I'm visibly nervous, and nerves often are interpreted as guilty. So I start creating all of these worst-case scenarios in my head based on the worst possible outcome, predicting a future that hasn't even happened yet. Haven't you done that before? Faced with a challenging situation, and then you assume the worst before the outcome has even happened. So I start to create all these narratives in my show in my head because I've seen those shows, like the Locked Up shows. I kind of know how this goes. And he goes, "Sir, I'm going to ask you one final time. Do you have anything else in your pack that can threaten my safety or the safety of fellow passengers? Answer wisely." I go, "Sir, I don't think so. But let's find out together, shall we?" He didn't think that was funny at all. He reaches in. It gets far worse. He pulls out a white, unmarked container filled with white powder. And I stop him before he said a word, and I go, "Sir, that's the first thing I've been able to explain. Those are electrolytes. It's a hydration drink. It's good for after a hard workout. It's good for after going on a run." He grabs the bottle, swabs it, goes over to a machine that was about this high, puts the sample into the machine. All I hear, eh, eh, eh. He doesn't even look at me. He's looking down in the machine, and all I hear him say under his breath, he goes, "Oh no. Is everything okay?" He looks up at me, I'll never forget, and he says, "Sir, you've tested positive for explosives. I'm going to need you to come with me." He took me to the director of airport interrogation, a role I did not even know existed. Didn't see that one on LinkedIn. Director comes, grabs the bottle, same swab, same machine, same outcome, and they start going through everything in my bag, every sock, shirt, while asking me question after question after question, each question driving me deeper into self-doubt. Each question making me have this thought of like, maybe I am guilty. I know, I've been kind of a good guy. After 30 minutes, the first officer breaks character. He looks at me and he goes, I'll never forget, completely different guy. He goes, all right, my friend, you are free to go. Have a nice day. What they didn't know is that I was about 10 minutes away from turning myself in. I was like, you got me. I'm done. And you know, they gave me the all clear, but what I realized is I was so afraid in that moment because I was creating a narrative in my head based on a future that hadn't even happened. I get to tell this story around the world to different audiences and talk about building confidence. And in that moment, practically my entire early career, I didn't have a whole lot of it. See, confidence is hard, especially when we have a brain that's against us. Like Betsy mentioned this morning, turns out 80% of our thoughts every single day are negative. Our brains, they have a negativity bias, and they are often focused on what's wrong, and where is the first place they look? Us. How we show up in the world, how we perform, how we are striving for the goals that we have. So where we should start in this conversation of confidence is the fact that we will never, as people, outperform our self-image. We will never outperform our self-image. So change starts by changing the way we see ourselves.